what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Fayy Lenee. Welcome. And if you are not new here, then you guys already know what it is. So thank you so much for coming back for another video. So for today's video, I am super excited because I'm going to be reviewing the Fenty Beauty concealers and setting powder. I have been trying to get my hands on this since it launched, but you guys already know how it is. There are these things called bills and rent that's due at the first of the month, and you know, your light bill, your gas bill, and Fenty ain't gonna keep my lights on, okay? So I had to do a little bit of adulting and put your girl Fenty on the back burner for a little minute. I'm sure you guys can understand, but I finally had a chance to pick up the products over the weekend, and I'm very excited to finally get on here and review them, test them out, give you my first impressions. I have not tried out the products yet. I have been waiting to share this moment with you guys. So I'm very excited to go ahead and test out everything and share with you guys my first impressions. So before we get into the video, if you are new, girl, go ahead and join the fam by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I upload 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and every now and then I might throw in a little extra upload for you guys if I have some extra content. But definitely be sure to turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out whenever I do post new videos. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright, so as you guys can see, I don't have anything on my face because, as you heard in the intro, we're going to be testing out the new Fenty concealers and setting powders. And I did go ahead and prep my skin ahead of time just to go ahead and get that out of the way to save a little bit of time with the video. And then of course for my skin, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I have mine in the shade 370. So I'm just going to quickly apply this to the skin, and then we'll go ahead and get into the concealers. Okay, so foundation is on, so let's go ahead and jump into these concealers. So before I get into the concealers, I have to say, I actually went into the store to purchase the concealers. I went over the weekend, and my edges were really just snatched at the fact that I literally had several swatches on my hand of concealer shades that I could highlight with, that I could use as my actual skin tone concealer. And there were actually several options that I could have chosen from, which I was like, Rihanna, she is really here for the girls, okay? So kudos to you, Rihanna, for really looking out for the girls with these products, because I have to say, your girl's wig was snatched. But I did go ahead and settle on 2 concealer shades, and the really cool thing about this collection is, first of all, there are 50 shades of concealers. Let's just start with that. That is just epic. Just epic. And she did also launch an additional 10 more shades to the 50 foundation shades that she already had. So girl, I mean, everybody is about to have a match. So that's the first thing. Also, every single foundation shade has a concealer shade that goes with it that is slightly lighter than the foundation, that can be used to highlight under your eyes, the center of your forehead, your chin. And that to me was genius. If you already know what your foundation shade is in the Fenty line, then you can get the exact same shade in the concealer. So for example, my Fenty foundation shade is 370. I could get 370 concealer and use that as like my highlighting concealer, and they're supposed to pair together. So that was really nice. It makes the shopping experience super easy, especially if you are someone that is a beginner and can be overwhelmed by all of the shade options that this line offers, because I was even overwhelmed by how many options I could actually choose from. Now for me, I did decide to go a couple of shades lighter than the one that actually pairs with my foundation, just because I do like to highlight and conceal in one step. So I picked up the shade 310 for highlighting and concealing, and then I actually ended up picking up the shade 360 as my foundation shade match, which I know the foundation that I have is in the shade 370, but I'm gonna try out the concealer shade in 360 because I think this might end up being a better match for my complexion. But since I did go ahead and apply the foundation and I have pretty good coverage, I'm going to go ahead in with the shade 310 to highlight and conceal. So the applicator looks like this, just a typical kind of flat applicator. And a lot of product does come out just from first glance. A lot of product does come out on the applicator when you pull it out. And let's go ahead and apply this to the face and see how it looks, how it applies, all of that good stuff. Okay, so right off the bat, this is kind of light, kind of super light. I may have gone up a little too much, but it's all good. I actually matched this shade to the concealer that I use with the Too Faced Born This Way. And this one was a perfect match to Warm Beige, which is what I use to highlight. So hopefully once I blend it out and everything, it won't look as light as it looks right now, because it's looking a little light, I'm not gonna lie. But the concealer is super creamy applying to my face. Like, it feels like it's probably gonna blend out really nicely. So I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender and go ahead and start blending it out. Okay, so she is definitely full coverage for sure, but it's blending out really nicely. It just looks really smooth on the skin. This shade is kind of light, but I think that I'll be able to make it work. Okay, so she is full coverage, honey, okay? Full coverage. I definitely went a little too light for sure on the concealer. So I may end up taking this one back and getting a shade a little bit darker than this one. But for right now, we're gonna work with what we got. So I'm going to go ahead and now set my face with the setting powder, which is honestly the thing that I am the most excited about. So I picked up the shade Banana. This is what the packaging looks like. Super gorgeous. And can we just talk about how big this is? Like, this is huge. You get a lot of product in here, so I'm definitely not mad at that. And on the inside, you just have your typical little sifter. And also too, the thing that I really like about this is it comes with this little cap that you can sit on the inside to keep your product from getting everywhere, but it's not attached to the actual packaging. So you can take it on and off and it's not actually attached, which I really like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this before this concealer sets any more than it already has, and go ahead and set my face. Okay, so I just noticed that my camera stopped recording because my memory card got full. Story of my life. So I'm not sure where it stopped, but I went ahead and applied the powder to my face. I've been letting it sit on my face for just a few minutes while I was switching out my memory card and dumping the footage onto my computer. And honestly, the more that it sits on my face, the more I like the color. I had a feeling I was already going to like the color anyway. It's not a super yellow powder. It has a yellow tint to it, but it's more of like a beigey kind of yellow-ish powder, if that makes sense. I really like it. I think it'll work for a lot of different skin tones. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust it off now. It hasn't been sitting on very long, like probably not even an entire 5 minutes, but I don't want it to sit too long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dust off the excess powder. And I will go ahead and mention also that I did notice right before I set my concealer, I was kind of chatting with you guys a little bit, and right before I went in with the setting powder, I did notice quite a bit of creasing underneath my eye in the time from when I applied the concealer to when I actually went in with the setting powder. I just went in with my beauty blender and blended it out, and it actually blended out really easily and really smoothly. But I did want to mention that to you. I'm sure that's probably because of the creamy formula of the concealer that it did kind of start to crease underneath my eyes. But now that it's set, it actually looks really good. I don't see any creasing under my eyes whatsoever. And now that I'm actually looking at the color with the setting powder on top of it, I think that once I actually go in with the rest of my powders, that that light shade won't actually look so bad. Now, I will say that my face does look pretty powdery right now just looking in the mirror, but of course my face isn't done. I haven't set everything in place, so I will come back to you guys once I have the rest of my makeup on, and we'll show you guys how everything looks after I have set everything together. But this is what it's looking like so far. Honestly, I think it looks really, really good, which of course makes me super excited. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to show you guys how everything came together. All right, guys, so this is what the skin is looking like now that I have all of my products on my face. I've set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I am also in the midst of reviewing the Physicians Formula times Casey Holmes Butter Collection. So that will be going up very soon if it is not already up. So that's what I have on my eyes and on the rest of my face. But besides that, I just wanted to jump back on here really quickly and show you guys how the skin is looking. And I have to say, like I was telling you guys earlier, I felt like it looked kind of powdery. Like where I put the powder, where I put the setting powder. But now that everything is on my face and it's all set in place and I've applied my setting spray, it looks flawless, okay? Flawless. It looks so good. And the banana setting powder is not too yellow. I mean, it looks really good on my skin, in my opinion. I'm giving y'all like a super crazy close-up right now, but I want you to be able to see how my skin is looking. In HD, honey, HD quality. So yeah, I mean, my edges are snatched. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling it. It looks good. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up. I did want to mention to you guys that the concealer does retail for $26 and comes in 50 shades, which I know I already mentioned. And the setting powder comes in 8 different shades and retails for $32. And you guys know I always like to give you guys a quick little rundown about the specifics. So the concealer is supposed to be a creamy, long wear, crease-proof liquid concealer that's light as air, medium to full coverage, and brightens under the eyes as well as conceals blemishes and redness. And then the setting powder is supposed to be a super fine, weightless, loose setting powder that, as I mentioned, comes in 8 sheer shades and is supposed to perfect and extend makeup wear for filtered, photo-ready finish on lock. Both of the products are cruelty-free, and if you have not been able to tell by now, your girl is shook. I already knew I was going to be shook when I was in the store swatching the shades, and I legit had like 8 different concealers swatched on my hand, and literally all of them could work for my skin tone. I was like, girl, Rihanna did not come to play. She is here for the girl. She is securing the bag, and she can take every last one of my coins. I think that the concealer looks flawless on my skin, and I did mention in the demo that I also picked up the shade 360, which is my skin tone shade. So I'm thinking about maybe doing like another video where I don't use any foundation and I just use concealers, similar to what I did when the Too Faced Sculpting Concealer came out. I did a video just using the concealer as both foundation and an actual concealer. So I may do something similar to that with these because I do want to test this out and see how it would work as a foundation as well, or just like a spot treatment on the skin as well without actually applying foundation. So let me know down below in the comments if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But definitely as a concealer and the setting powder, I am obsessed, you guys. I am obsessed. If I had to choose between the 2 products, I would for sure pick up the setting powder. I mean, look at this. First of all, the packaging slays, and look how much product you get. And just to give you guys a comparison, my Cover FX powder that you guys know I use religiously, this has 0.35 ounces, and this Fenty powder has 0.98, almost 1 full ounce. And you're paying pretty much the exact amount that you're paying for these other high-end brands, and you're getting more than double the amount, like Rihanna. So I definitely give these products 2 thumbs up. I'm happy that Rihanna came through and did not disappoint, because I don't know what I would have been able to do if she did, because I was so excited about these products, and I'm very happy that they more than exceeded my expectations. So I hope that you guys found this review helpful. Let me know down below in the comments if you have already or plan to pick up these products, what your thoughts are about them, whether you like them or not. Let me know. Let's chat about it down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed, go ahead and join the fam. Turn on your post notifications. I have a lot more reviews coming for you guys. There's lots of new products coming out, and you guys know I'm here for you. I got you covered on the reviews, and you don't want to miss them when I post them. So definitely make sure that you have your post notifications turned on so that you won't miss out whenever I post new videos. And that's it. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I hope that you're having a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next one.